Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, July 28th. On the impact map, quite a bit going on today in the yellow across southern Idaho. We have a mixture of dry and wet lightning once again. Lightning will be wetter with showers across northeastern portions of Utah, the highest terrain of the central Idaho mountains, as well as the higher terrain of eastern Idaho and western Wyoming. Lingering showers moving out by Wednesday. The big story will be Thursday onwards through the end of the week. Return to very hot, very dry conditions throughout the entire area. So with the recent lightning, holdovers will be a big problem as we go through the week. And you can see that lightning in the last 24 hours on the right-hand side just pelted across Utah, Nevada, parts of southern Idaho. Now the eastern half of Utah, it was on the wetter side, also over wetter fuels. But as you head towards western Utah and most of Nevada, lightning was drier. Fuels also critically dry. We'll have to watch some of these strikes that are holding in the higher terrain of the central Idaho mountains because they'll be drying out quite rapidly over the next couple of days. Initial attack already picking up with new fire starts in the red circles, existing recent fires in the yellow. Before this precipitation over the past 7 days, we did have some good wetness here in southern, southeastern, south central Utah. That's going to mitigate the recent lightning for a bit because of the higher humidity and the higher moisture of the fuels. Also more precipitation up in the central mountains of Idaho recently, also limiting a little bit of that growth of any fires from lightning. But otherwise, we'll have to wait and see how things play out. Otherwise, ERCs, where they are in the red, 80th to 90th percentile critical levels. You can see where they've moistened up across southern and southeastern Utah. You can see where they've risen up a bit here in Idaho into these 70s to 80% in the oranges here. And there was some recent lightning. So between parts of southern Idaho into central Utah, Nevada, fuels will probably be receptive for some of that lightning. The lighter 10-hour fuels now have modified in some areas. You can see that delineation in eastern Utah where they've, in the gold here, above 7 or 8%, even closer to 10%. Some areas still where they're critically dry. The further west you go and critically dry up in much of Idaho. Now for today, you see a lot of that moisture on satellite imagery pushing up into Idaho, western Wyoming. Drier air, sunny conditions pushing into Nevada and Utah, and that's going to be a problem with holdovers. That sunlight will dry things out, and we should see fires popping up quite a bit as we go through the day. Otherwise, high pressure starting to build in here. This will be the high that will start dominating our weather pattern over the next couple of days. You can see almost no hint of the monsoon. That moisture is pushed well down into Mexico. So even Arizona is going to be hot and dry. And you can see that dry air mass in place over Arizona, California, southern Nevada, southern Utah, and the Arizona Strip. Kind of a broad high pressure weekly at first starting to build in, but here's some lingering moisture across parts of Idaho and across southern areas. There is just enough dryness to possibly have the concern for ignition. So we have issued high risk for much of the Snake River Plain, lower elevations for Idaho for today. Otherwise, you can see how things have moistened up here across the region just with some of that higher humidity and showers. That, however, will be changing quite rapidly over the next couple of days. Here's a precipitation for today. The scatterings through here is where the precipitation will not be overly heavy. You could see new fire starts. Gets continuously wetter as you head into eastern Idaho and Wyoming, as pinks indicate a half-inch or more of rainfall. Winds overall light to moderate. Could get a little breeziness in the Uinta Basin. Fuels there, though, are a little bit more on the moist side. Some of these higher winds you see here are outflow boundaries with thunderstorms. You can see the humidity in single digits to low teens across the southern half of Nevada and parts of southwest Utah be critical today where they did have lightning. We could see holdovers. Now for tomorrow, high pressure starts firmly taking hold. We see the showers starting to move out. Hot and dry everywhere. You can see how much these fuels, these dryness levels have gone from yellow to brown here across our southern and central regions. You can see the humidity, single digits all the way to the Idaho border, even 14% up in Boise. Fortunately for us, the wind's fairly light overall, but there could be some moderately gusty winds again east of the Wasatch Front tomorrow afternoon, and the humidity out there will be in the low teens. So that'll be something worth watching for any recent lightning. Tuesday, high pressure firmly in control. Hot and dry, more areas going to the brown and yellow. Humidity, very dry, low to mid single digits in many areas, 10% in Boise. Dry, even down in areas that have been monsooned recently. Winds fairly light, maybe 10 to 20 miles per hour, where you see the green through here, and you can see those temperatures out towards Elko 103, Salt Lake 99. 105 in Boise, 91 in McCall. So those areas that got lightning up there will also be drying out quite rapidly. Most of this precipitation you see will be in the first 3 days. Then we go quickly down towards the end of the week, and really nothing changes other than strong high pressure. Everyone dries out. You can see the fire potential dryness on the right-hand side. You can see how it changes as we go through Saturday and Sunday and Monday. And you can see how dry almost all areas are by almost this time next week, with high pressure firmly in control. A weak dry trough out here across the Pacific Northwest could actually bring some winds. We'll have to watch that scenario carefully because there could be existing fires from this recent lightning. 7-day precip totals, this will be mostly in the first 2 days. And the 8 to 14 day, look at the below normal dryness here across the four corners, indicating that monsoonal moisture from August 4th to 10th will probably be missing as well. So much of our areas, not just the north, but the south, where normally the monsoon takes hold, will probably stay critically dry through the second week in August. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.